Okay, and we're back. So one of the mini games you can do here, you gotta dig up these turnips to Now I'm doing this specifically because this is just a unique event and I have to do it for stuff to happen later. So I'm just doing it now to show it off and how you can be super trolly. So even though Amaterasu is literally a god, you can just go around trolling villagers. It's like, where did that come from? Why do I feel like I was cut with space? I don't know. So for all this lady knows, this is just a normal dog digging up her turnips. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to cover her with the ink, because that doesn't drain my meter. There, I got the oddly shaped turnip. Hello. So this kid's gonna talk like I was challenged. Alright. So here's another little bit. So this lady's all like, oh man, oh man, my clothesline is all broken. I'm so sad. Wish I could dry my clothes. And she's like, man, I wish the sun were out to dry the clothes. So I'm just gonna ruin the ecosystem so she can have dry laundry. And she's all like, man, the monsters broke my mill. I want to make sake. It's fixed. Now she's all like, man, yay booze. This game encourages you to talk to all the NPCs, but it just takes literally forever to do that. One of my favorite things to do in the game at all is to cut that field down, because it's fun. Let's see. I'm just gonna take one of these. So yeah, I just took a chicken. To the villagers, this looks like a wolf running around with a chicken in his mouth. Her mouth, sorry. Didn't mean to assume. So now there's this big ass boulder. It's in the way. He's, man, a demonic possession. I sure hope it isn't. Oh look, demons. So up until this point, you'll probably like try to slash them, right? So you try to slash this one, and it puts up a shield, and you're like, well darn, how do I get past that? Gotta slash it again. When I first played this game, I had no clue I could do that at all. And so I tried to actually fight them. Oh yeah, I've yet to mention, you've seen me do it. So Amaterasu can do 0-degree turns? Hang on, as soon as like I got enough praise to do stuff. To make my powers more power. I'm only gonna upgrade the ink because I don't really I don't need health. I'm not going to get hit enough for that to become an issue. I feel light as a feather. Sadly, it doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. So somebody blocked this with the thing, and he's like, oh yeah, go get Susano. He's like the best swordsman ever, apparently. He can help, right? Hang on, there's bunnies around here. I want a bunny. Grab. So, you go in here and you're all like, where's Susano? This is like your first figure it out thing. You just gotta slash it. It took me It didn't take me forever to figure that out, but it took me a solid 40 seconds. And I love Susano. He's the best. I planned to meditate underground, but fell fast asleep. The greatest warrior ever! That should be the great warrior in quotations. That would make it a lot funnier. Amon just looks like a normal dog. Look how happy. Look how happy to tail. Wait, what do you mean monkey friends? So, Isun's been in this town for a while. It's never really stated why he's in this village specifically, but, yeah. Oh, so several times throughout the game, you get people on your back, you carry them around. So, Susano... So this is the first instance of that. And I'm wondering, it's like, why doesn't he just get off? Oh, and listen real close. Every time I speed up, he makes a whoa sound. If I do this... Actually, I've never thought I'm gonna go talk to people with him on my back. Wanna see what's up. There is dialogue for it! Oh, I'm talking to everyone. Sure looks like fun. Shouldn't you be practicing? I've never, ever thought of doing this. Oh, it's awesome. Oh, wow. This puts a smile right on my face. I hope you're not mistreating that wolf. Oh, dear lord. So you can go back to the River of Heavens if you pass through this gate. I'm just wondering. Can I take him with me? Alright, there's no reason to be here, but I just wanted to see. I was curious. Oh my god. This is awesome. It's like, I've played this game a billion times, but I've never thought to do this until now. Why is she crying? So, like, in the village, people think Susano's cool because they don't know he's actually a total hack. I have one more person to talk to, and then I'll get on with what I'm getting on with. But I've never taken note of what would the neighbors think, and actually taken action to do something. Stop frolicking, the day is meant for work. Alright. Come on, Susan. Let's go back. I've never swam with Susano either. Hang on. Let me do a little swim. Alright. That's enough of that. Damn, I didn't expect to do anything special while I was playing this. Oh wait, one more villager, I'm sorry. Where do you think you're taking me? He doesn't want to go in there because he doesn't want to be embarrassed. Can I have one of these? Can I have one of those? Thanks. Alright. Tohenboku. I don't know what it means, but Tsukuyomi is the name of the moon god in Japanese Shinto mythology. So I think the name of Susano's sword could possibly be something along the lines of Big Dumb. So Susano's wandered up to his training grounds to train. And actually he's over here getting drunk. Or attempting to get drunk. So we did help somebody earlier who has a place for the alcohol over here. Oh, another one of the charming things that I like, so characters will call Amaterasu different names. They'll give her, like, dog nicknames. So, I think, she calls, Amaterasu Snowy. I think so. And so now he's tutorialing me, but I don't want tutorials, please. Yeah, so yeah, she calls him Amaterasu Snowy. Come here, pay attention to me. So some people will interact by, oh yeah, you can tackle people. That's one thing I did when I first played the game, like my first couple times. I tackle every single NPC in the game just to see what they say. Hello, Susan. I have you in Alcatraz. Man without a drink is like a warrior without a sword. In fact, it's said that Nagi himself relied on the power of sake in the battle with Orochi. Oh, Susano's theme, one of the best test tracks in the game. So, with these Susano training montages, you help him out by cutting the things. Now, since this is his usual routine, I think he expects to cut them in half. So I think what it's saying is that you are playing as Susano when you do these. For the most part. Well, yeah, the thing is, like, he's surprised that his blade cut the thing, so it's implied that you do everything. Also, Exploding Implosion, best name for a technique ever. Because later in the game, Susano fights some monsters, and he should totally have been able to do it on his own, without help. Oh, so we have a wolf dog at the house. His name is Shasta. And if you look at Amaterasu's face, that derpy wolf face, he does that excessively. Like, he'll just make the derpy face. And so, we were out camping, and one of the neighbors that lived near where we were camping came down, and he said, "Wow, you got a real pretty dog there." And Shasta was looking with the derpy face, and the only thing I could imagine is like, he called me pretty. Pretty dog. And that was like one of the dumb jokes that stuck like the entire weekend we were up there. That's just some dialogue. It's not pertinent. So Susano wandered off into the world to go do warrior junk and stuff. I'm gonna buy some nothing. I thought I had more money. So every time I see Amaterasu make that dumb wolf face, all I can think is, pretty dog. Oh, this is another one of my favorite tracks in the game. Better watch while going, a better map, look push ahead. Okay. So, the bulk of the gameplay takes place in these massive areas while you're running around and doing stuff. And so because Orochi was released, he cursed everywhere. He just cursed all over it. And when you enter the curse, this happens, it gets all spoopy. But when you use your ink, it doesn't. It just gets wiped away by curse. And because you're a god, you can withstand it for a while, but normal people who get stuck inside of it get statued. Hellos? So, your main objective is to fix the guardian saplings, because the tree lady told you to. But you don't have the ability to do that yet. Also, Goopy River? Cursed, not cursed. You don't have the ability to fix things. Everything's all sad and dying. So Isun's probably gonna be like, man, this valley's all cursed. I'm expecting it, waiting for a tutorial. This chest has one of these in it. I need it. So there's a bunch of these imps chilling around a fire, just, you know, hanging out. Just gonna roll on. I'm not gonna do the fights perfect. I'm just gonna get the fights over with. And done. My favorite. I like to combine the 0 degree spin and the Bork button. Okay, so when demons curse a place, they remove the natural beauty. This place is so goopy and cursed that purging the demons didn't actually fix the thing. That was a bag of fish. Also, some of the trees turned really different. So, when I was younger and first played this, I didn't know you could slash these fruit and throw them back at the trees. I had absolutely no clue. I'm gonna make it daytime. Also, I was still at the age where stuff was kind of spooky to me. There will be one instance later in the game where I'll tell a story when we get to it. But I never let it get nighttime in this game because it was scary to me. Mind you, I was like 8, maybe younger when I first played this. So now we get introduced to drum boys. Now normally they dig underground and you have to wait for them to pop back up, but I discovered something. If you just cover them with ink like this, they become vulnerable. So they'll smack at you a little bit and then do a big attack. Oh, he dug his way into the ground like an ass! Okay, for the most part, that strategy works. But you gotta wait for them to dig around, jump behind them, and then you can hit them. So the game is very good at, it's the thing that the Mega Man games do. It introduces you to an enemy in an isolated situation, and then later it adds more of them. This game doesn't put you into any unique or interesting situations with these enemies. It just puts them near you. So for some reason, making the actual sun appear on that tablet made the rock blow up. Now I can go hide. I mean, now I can go train. Fucking love Susano. You can't not love this man. I think I'll end this session when I do the first thing. When I make the... No, I'll do it when I do the other thing. So, the reason I'm still skipping all these cutscenes is because there's nothing witty or entertaining going on. It's just there. He's like, man, this sure looks like a tree. Oh, we get introduced to one of my favorite characters down here. The Sleepy Bear. He likes spherical objects. You foul beast! How did you get in here? He's a bear. Probably gonna say this about every music track, but that's another one of my favorites. You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Now you'll get a taste of my new secret technique. Your foul beast looks like an ordinary sleepy bear. Susano style... Susano? No. Susano. For Susano style, exploding implosion. That'll teach you, foolish beast. You're no match for my new secret technique. Rest in peace, foul beast. The great warrior Susano condemns the offense, not the offender. Anyway, there are other monsters I must deal with. If Amaterasu could talk, this game would be 1,000 times better. So now you get introduced to the rolling spheres. There's only a few of these in the game, but they're all absolutely horrible to deal with. I mean, this one sort of magnetizes to your face, because, wolf magic. But there's a few ones later, like you can do a side quest for the bear and get it in his spheres, and it'll stand on them. Come on. Man, this is a whole lot like that thing I saw earlier that's totally obvious. And now the tree's happy again. Because it got shot with ore blazers. Is this a tree? It's all withered like the other trees. Who turned out the lights? If I could edit, I would put up the guy in the spacesuit from the Doctor Who with the skeleton on the inside that's super scary from that one episode. Anybody who knows what I'm talking about knows what I'm talking about. So another one of like the things that I sort of like to do is so you can draw stars anywhere. So I like to poke all the stars. So the stars you don't need shoot off, and the stars that are there are there. Mother Earth, the origin of all that is good and mother to us all. I imagine all of them are just sort of like, this again. I mean, that's totally not how they are. They're all super, like, grateful for it. So, the, third ability, well, fourth ability you learn is called, Green Sprout. And it's governed by 3 gods, which made it so you can have 16 constellations in the game. Well, actually, 15, because Amaterasu doesn't count. Because it adds more MacGuffins. So I'm gonna shut up because things are about to get pretty again. People tell me, they're like, man, these hyper-realistic graphics are so cool, they look so real and junk. And I'm like, I would prefer a game that is artistically impressive over a game that is visually impressive, if that makes sense. Like, I don't need 4K real army men shooting each other. I would rather something like this, that looks good. I'm gonna see if I can skip a fight. Come on, can I? Nope. You are not allowed to burrow. So your first weapon is super dinky and weak and kind of sucks. But it's okay. I'll get a weapon that doesn't suck later. And Bork. Now, like I had said, like, when I had, in episode 1, I am not going to feed all the animals and do all the things, because, that would take literally forever, and I've already ran through and done it once. Soon's gonna comment on why tree. So when I was younger, I was like, oh, I just gotta bloom it. Tree's like, nah. You gotta stun it and then bloom it. Because I didn't know you could stun it, so I didn't know how to bloom it. And I'm not gonna do it, but if you bloom every single last tree in this valley, you get an item at the end. There's also patches of grass you can do this on. Make some squigglies, make some pretties. This one has a scroll about tips. I'll tell you a tip. The scroll tells me. You can create trees. Like, your own trees. Wait a minute. Your own trees. So, like, in the very beginning, when it showed, like, a tree sprung up in front of Shinranui to block an attack, this is that ability. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know what that ability does in combat. Oh! Did I just skip a fight? Did I just skip a fight? Yay! Sorry, I'm super hyped about that. I don't know why. That brush technique. Now, before excited, remember, fix tree, look menu journal, in case forget what do. How would you like to get trolled? I'm not playing, I'm trying to eat you. Get in the river. Don't move. Get in the river. Get in the river. You'll be in the river later, trust me. So, what I'm gonna do right here, I'm gonna say, goodbye. You get to see what it looks like when you fix the big tree later. So, bye.